And now your mama knows.
Yeah, we touched on something right before we started, Anthony. What is getting into a relationship, or what it's like in the early stages of one?
Well, pretty much it's we're gonna take it from the guy topic because I don't want to put words in a woman's mouth. So pretty much it's how men act when they first start dating a woman, and what
Right.
we mean is I think we have the perception that women want to spend all their time with a guy. So when we first get into a relationship, especially inexperienced, well, let me not say that, but when we first get into a relationship, we tend to give the woman so much of our time. Now, the issue it causes is down the road when we decide, oh, I want to hang with my boys. Oh, we're gamers. New game came out. I'm gonna play more in the game. To the female, she's like, yo, he's switching up. Is he cheating? Is something wrong? Am I not doing this? But it's like, you're not doing nothing wrong. It's I made you think I didn't have a life. All I did was hang with you. But before you came in the picture, I spent multiple hours with my friends, gaming, going out, or whatever. So I feel like this is the trap we set for ourselves. So like I learned as I got older, I would date a girl and put out from the door, hey, I'm a gamer. I like to hang with my boys. Like I put that out so there's no miscommunication and no expectations that's not being met.
She don't think you switching it up out of nowhere.
Right, because she could be fair to her. She could think, yo, is he seeing somebody else? Now he's talking about he won't always see his boys. He ain't never used to hang with his boys.
Right.
It's real.
Jules, what up, brother?
Not much, just chilling.
Welcome to the podcast.
Just that, not much.
Yo, Jules, my McDonald's ain't the same. I'm not going there no more, man.
I told you that place fall apart without me. No.
Can't get no damn lettuce on my burgers for nothing.
Oh shit. So
in defense, I don't think they got leaf lettuce in general.
Nah, I don't think they do either. I got I was at a McDonald's in my area the other day. Got a buttermilk chicken sandwich.
They only have shredded.
Got a buttermilk chicken sandwich. And I got shredded on. I was like, yo, what is this?
Yeah, that's all you can get right now.
I was like, I started to feel some type of way. It's bad enough they didn't get half of it on the damn sandwich. It was all in the fucking box.
Like, that they can't. That's on them. That's on them.
So we have the introduction of Julian jumping in, guys, but let's just dial it back because I actually want to hear from each of you about this. So Julian, what the topic was, we threw in a subtopic, because mainly we'll say it, Eugene. I just texted him and he said he'll watch it later, but mainly because our buddy Eugene is talking to someone new, so it was kind of a given that he wasn't going to be available. Because typically guys, and I'm saying in general, guys, we typically give a woman way more of our time than we typically would down the road in the beginning. So Mike, what do you have to say about
that? I believe it mostly to be true. Giving an illusion or falsified hope or whatever you want. Because I know I was guilty of it, but in the beginning I let it be known. Like, look, I play the game with my boys, I hang with my boys, I go here, I go there. I am gonna be spending more time with you than I do with them because I'm trying to get to know you. But don't get twisted. When I start hanging out with them, you think I'm acting new. No, I told you ahead of time. You already know. If this is what you're agreeing to, let me know now. If it's not what you're agreeing to, then this is not gonna work.
Right.
If you're gonna come on Saturday and I ain't gonna be there.
But to be fair, you're older now, but I'm sure you did the opposite in your younger days. We all did.
I did the opposite a lot.
Yeah.
I was guilty of it.
Come on, I'm seeing you every night.
I ain't gonna name, but yeah, I had that person heated like, oh, so you must be fucking one of your friends. Like, no.
Yo, and what? So.
You fucking one of my boys? Yeah.
Yeah, but
glad that's over with.
So I heard this a long time ago that in any new relationship, and this goes for males and females, in the beginning you always getting someone's representative. You ain't getting them. for at least the first 3 months. You
Yeah.
ain't getting them. You getting their representative. So yeah, I'm gonna hang out with you every day, baby. We gonna hang out. We gonna do this, that, and the third, yada yada yada. Once you hit day 1, month 4, oh, where you at? Oh, I'm at Anthony's house. I'm at Mike's house. We chilling.
Yeah.
What you doing? We playing games. He's like, yo, why is he acting different? What is going on? He all switched it up. He must be talking to another bitch. That is like, no, none of the above. None of the above. Calm your happy ass down.
Yeah. But it's crazy because, I mean, not for nothing, girls come on strong, right? So they typically want to see you every day. But nowhere does the guy have to acknowledge that, you know? But sometimes we do it,
That's true.
you know?
We condemn ourselves with that
You
No.
do.
because we know better, but we still do it anyway.
Yeah, that's the thing. We know
No, that's
better.
true. We set ourselves up. We set ourselves
do.
up because as
You know
soon
what
as
it
day
is?
1, month
You know
4
what it is?
show up, we get that phone call and we feel some type of way because she feels some type of way. And it's
Right.
like,
And we don't never take ownership for it either.
nah,
Yo, she tripping, man.
yeah,
But you know what it is? It's like when you get a new toy, you want to like on Christmas you get your new toy. Yo, you or that new game, you playing it all the time in the beginning. It's just like that with a woman, you know. You want to spend so much time with her in the beginning.
yeah. It happens. We'll get Eugene
Jules,
back in a month.
Jules, you got anything you want to throw on this?
No, but so you guys pretty much got it. Like I believe it's called like the newlywed period or something like that. I heard
More or
that term
less.
somewhere before.
Yeah.
But like when that at the beginning stages, you want to be all up over each other and spend all that time, and eventually like that fades, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna go back to doing me.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Yes,
we can see if it'll work out.
Yeah, it's the honeymoon period.
Pretty much.
Yep. That was it.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. PlayStation 5. Who's excited? I'm hyped.
PS5.
Yep.
Man, I can't believe it's really like this. This is a year, man. The new systems are coming.
Yep.
Wow.
So far.
Now,
Well, so far, yeah, you got it right. So far.
I'm fluctuating right about now between it because I feel about every new game that came out or new system that came out. The first couple is going to be defective. I'm not going to get me a day one. I'm going to wait till they get all the kinks out. Am I excited for it? Yes, but am I going to jump off? No, I know they're going to have kinks.
and
I
see,
don't
Mike,
want to grab it day one and then have to take it back to the store because the shit conked out on me.
under normal circumstances,
Yeah.
I'm on the exact same page as you. But then when they said that Destiny will be 100% free for those who've already bought it, I was kind of like, that might be enough incentive for me.
Well, here's the
That's
funny thing.
incentive right there. I would like that, but I'm still at to say it happened with PlayStation 3. It happened with Xbox. It happened with Xbox One. It happened
you're
with
right.
PlayStation 4.
Well,
And
here-
you're gonna have at least a good 500 or more that be defect that people gonna be taking back. Like, oh well, I need another one.
No,
but
legit.
They're gonna know how it is.
Here's the funny thing. I do. So I disagree with you, just being that I'm the guy that got to have the system day one. However, when I got my PlayStation 4, that happened to me. I was actually one of the people that got the blue screen. So the HDMI port wasn't connected on the inside of the system. There was
Right.
nothing I could do. So I actually got my system day one and had to send it back and could have to wait 2 weeks to get my system again. But however, I'm still a day one guy. Like I still want it day one. But to answer your question, I don't know if I'm right now. I'm not jumping out the window to get the new system. Only because my gaming patterns is so different that this is the least amount of games I've bought in the last so ever. And to Justin's point, I'm not into Destiny anymore.
Right.
So I feel like I could wait on the next system because what am I even gonna play? Like Godfall has my interest the most, but not as much for me to buy a new system.
Right. I feel that. Yeah,
So-
yeah. Like in the same token, I could continue to play Destiny on my PS4 and just be fine and be just fine.
Right.
There's no real
But-
need for me to jump at a PS5 right now. And I've always been the month, even a full year later when it came to a new system. I remember it took me forever to get a PS2. And a PS4. The PS4 came out what in 2011? 2012?
I can Google that real quick.
That's not been that long.
Yeah, it came out. I
Yeah.
want to say in 2012, and I didn't get mine until like 2013.
2013, November 5th.
Oh, then
November
I got
15th,
you know what?
mean.
I got mine in 2014 then. Yeah,
What
because I know
about
I
you?
waited a year for that one.
Yeah, because I got mine 2014. I got mine right about when Destiny is about to drop again.
Yeah, I wasn't super big on day one systems, and I'll sit here and say I want to get it day one. There's a good chance I won't.
Well, you also got to worry about it not being enough day one as well.
Well, that's another topic I wanted to bring up. That's actually the perfect segue to the next topic of.
Well, hold on real quick. Let's let Julian, because I want to hear what Julian got to say.
Oh, my ass is broke. I ain't getting it day one no matter what.
Okay, I'm sure.
I'm gonna get it when I get the money for it.
Okay, but if you had the money, would you get it day one?
If I had the money for it, probably not. Just because all the games I want to play outside of Spider-Man are going to be on the PS4. Like the
Okay.
main thing I want to play right now is Cyberpunk, and that's I can get that on PS4, and it's probably going to be a free upgrade anyway. So I'm chill.
Right, that's fair.
Well, and the one hot thing about it is there's also like, for instance, Destiny comes out on PS5, also out on PS4. There will be cross-generation platform gameplay. So worst case scenario, everybody but me gets PS5. I'll still be able to play Destiny or whatever.
Yep. You'll just load in like 10 minutes after us.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right. Hey, listen, you're like, bro, we're at the boss now, but you can still help. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Damn, I'm still at the loading screen.
no doubt. But so I read an article that they are upping production by 50%.
Right.
So, am I worried about the supply being low? Not really.
Not anymore.
Well, yeah.
Pushing production, but I hope that they do it right.
Well, I think what happened was, and we'll talk about this later, but what happened was, COVID, can't help but bring it up. And
Right.
Yeah.
slowed shit down a lot, but I think now that we, at least, the countries where production of the PS5 is happening, COVID is somewhat under control. So now they're getting the parts and whatnot for them to build PS5. What up, Turtle?
Yeah, but I was under the understanding that regardless of COVID, that what they use to create the SSD drive, they're in short supply anyway. So that has nothing to do with COVID. Okay. Projection of them being slow, or projection of without any delays. Oh, that's
They
good.
just announced that they're doubling it.
So we're looking at a November release date. We're still looking at November for the release date.
As far as Sony said,
Right.
They're trying to have that game of chicken with Microsoft about the price at the moment.
Right.
It's getting kind of old at this point, to be honest.
And not for nothing, Microsoft will win that game of chicken. Well, they got more money than Sony. They could afford to lower the system. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. They got that Bill Gates money.
No, yeah, I'm just saying. Right.
I do not believe that at all.
Yeah, I don't believe that at all. I don't see that happening. Right.
See, for Sony, it'll be low because they can take a hit because Sony has the software, so Sony will make that up in software sales. But it's not gonna be that ridiculously low.
I was thinking about like 400, 500.
Right. But
Blu-ray reader, 4K reader, yeah.
yeah, if they had a $600 version that had the bells and whistles, I'm talking like Justin mentioned a 200 gig 2 terabyte SSD, Blu-ray, 4K Blu-ray player, the bells and whistles. Just make that the arm to the teeth version. $600 don't sound that bad if you understand technology.
No,
Yeah, that's gonna. Well, so if I was getting it, unless they put a date out, I couldn't wait for the pro version because I feel like if they said the pro version was a year later, it's like, damn, that's kind of rough. And I feel like a pro version isn't coming out any sooner than a year anyway.
no, I would think about 2 years. I give it about 2 years. They'll wait about 2 years.
Right. But again, you're right.
Small minor chip updates.
No, they probably will. Maybe 4 years from now. Maybe 4 years from now. They trust me. They probably will.
Yeah, probably closer to its midlife cycle when they can
Yeah,
figure out what's the
they'll
best
figure
things
out
they
to
can
make it
improve on the
slimmer.
system.
Yep, make it slimmer, faster, quieter. Trust me, they will.
Technology's going to jump in 4 years. It always does.
Right.
The main thing they focus on whenever they do a pro version is they update the CPU,
Yep.
they update the software that it runs slightly more so, and they make sure that it has either a slight graphical improvement or performance improvement.
Yeah. No, yeah, but think about it. Think of everything True just said. With technology,
Inject it into
in
your
4
eyeballs.
years, they'll be able to, like when we get these systems this year, right? Everything True just said is going to be like amazing. But 4 years from now, they could do everything True just said again.
They can literally do it again in 3 months, not even a year.
Well, yeah.
That's what PCs be doing.
If they have it on PC, that's it. That's game over.
I could see them doing the pro version more focused for the people who play PlayStation VR and trying to max that out to the best of its ability.
Right. Yeah,
That's fair.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk about movie theaters and, can they, can VR get a bigger stake in it because they're holding off on movie theaters. So, yeah, he got a point.
But see, my point that I come into a disagreement is I could see them for the discless version updating it to where it's the same price as you would get with the disc, but more memory. Because since they're taking out that whole disk drive, there's a whole spot where they could put more SSD in. But that's just me.
Justin and I thought that first, but then we figured, why do that when they can make the disc version more expensive by making that the version with more memory? So you got more. It'll be more because if I get so here's going to be the hard thing, right? If you give me a diskless version, but it got more memory than the version with the disc, it's so hard of a choice. But if you say, you know what, we're gonna make the disc version be just the serious top of the notch version, and the other version is pretty much, hey, if you like to download everything, well, there you go. So that way you can make a lot of money off the system that costs more because it's more reason to justify it if it has more memory.
See, me and Justin were talking about it too, and at the same time, we also agreed. Some people are like me, where I still like to own hard copies, especially with a game that I like that I want to collect and be able to put somewhere and be like, hey, this is my game. It's on the shelf. I like it, and I can still play my disc. So it's more like going and buying a car. Two different cars may cost the exact same, but their features list is different.
Oh yeah, no. Oh, I see what you're saying. If the other one had a bigger hard drive,
I like it.
yeah, but we are yeah, but we already know we can add more memory. So there you go, right there. You know. Right.
Yo,
What's up, man?
Like the
Sound like
doctor
he
is
coming
in.
through a radio. The fuck?
Now I'm so into I'm really into digital too, but I do GameFly games, so therefore I will always need a disk drive. You know. So
I don't buy this game, quite honestly.
So BB Digital.
Well, you know what it is? It's got to be good digitally. I mean, it's got to have a good drive. Well, drives are what, solid state?
Yep.
yeah,
It's got to be at least 2 terabytes, at least minimum.
right. 856. Oh, I thought it was 856.
So
Right.
no, so basically it's a terabyte, but most of the space gets taken up with the operating system and all that goodness.
All that
So,
other stuff.
Yeah.
well, you better be glad you don't play Call of Duty. Call of Duty be getting 200 gig updates, man. Like what?
Yeah, the boys always complain when they talk Call of Duty.
Yeah, and it's like every week.
So while we talking about it now, let me pull up my Amazon and order me a solid state drive just in case.
I wouldn't do it just yet though. They said we should wait. Yeah, right. Yeah, they actually recommended that on that video. The guy said was Peter Sony or whatever his name is. He said do not buy one yet because of what Justin is saying.
Yeah, I'm not buying nothing yet till you got full specs. See if there can be something that's expandable that can either be plugged in or you don't really want to take apart a brand new game system for it to fucking warranty. That's what they do.
Right.
And I can deal with that. That's not a big deal. It's just I don't really buy disc-based games. I really don't. I hate having.
I haven't gotten anything this base, especially since with the PlayStation Plus, you're getting free games that's digital. You download it more digital.
Yep.
I agree. You know, I
Probably.
agree.
Well, we know you agree, Mr. Hat. Streaming.
No, but you know what? A few years ago they said that though. I mean, we don't know, but a few years ago they was projecting that this would be the last generation. The new coming generation would be the last one of this. I believe it. Like I think I probably was the first person that was super into digital. I remember me Eugene always fighting me over it. It don't make no sense. Like, dude, first of all, I'm lazy. So if I don't have to keep getting up to switch to this, that's number one. I'll be honest. Like
Hell
to be
yeah.
honest, that's the number one. Number two, it's just easier to just download it. Like you don't have to go to the store no more. Like let's say if I'm gonna pre-order a game, I don't gotta stand in line. Like
Come midnight and it drops, just gotta download.
I mean, that would be nice.
That would be
But,
nice.
But that will end up requiring every storefront to go digital.
They're saving so much money by not having to produce anything. You're saving on production costs, quite literally, and then you're literally
But,
saving on storage.
but again, that would require the entire industry. That will require the entire industry going digital and them coming to an agreement with the stores. That's the main reason everything still costs so much.
They'll never do that.
No. No, that's the problem, Justin.
GameStop would be shit out of luck.
No, that's the problem. There's this little tightrope walk that they're doing. Because if the game industry goes all digital, the stores are like, well, we have no reason to sell your system.
right, you got a point.
Because you're not bringing us any additional money. No, Justin, you're not listening. We're talking about all the general stores, so Walmart, Target, they're all. Justin, that's where you're wrong. I'm not talking about just GameStop. I'm talking about Walmart, Target, all the chains. They are literally doing the tightrope of if we can't make more money off, we don't have a reason to sell your console. We have no reason to sell your accessories. So then your only place at that point to get your system is Amazon and eBay or directly from the manufacturer.
Yeah, and not everybody is on Amazon and eBay. There's a large majority of people who want to walk in the store and pick out what they want and buy what they want. So, but again, if the next system is like a 10-year cycle, that's good enough time to do what Justin's saying though. It's good enough time to start tapering down and figuring things out.
Yeah, put it in process and start
Sean got dressed.
working them in that direction so that by the time it drops, they be used to it. They know it's coming.
Right.
But right up now, look at Big Ben.
Whoa, what's up, man?
I'm picking Ben up from his job.
What?
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. I got 2 grown ass kids now. They both got jobs.
That's crazy. How old is Ben now? What, 16?
17.
Dang, 17. Woo.
Yep.
Yo, hey Ben, don't you owe me $4? I'm coming to collect.
But Justin, since Franco ain't here, I'm gonna do Franco's job. We got to get back on task. We almost at 4:40. I know you're trying to get off at 5:30.
Yeah.
12:30 to 8:30.
Now, good stuff. Well, look, let me throw something in there because right now we're pretty much talking about the future of video games, right? Digital. So I just want to throw in there because I know some people are watching this and they're, I don't want to listen. We all love Sony. Let's be clear, but I feel like as cool thing is I'm into like everything, as you know. So Xbox, and I'm not talking about Stadia, but Xbox dropped some cool news that I got to give them credit for. Xbox just announced that Project X Cloud will be out of beta soon, and it's going to be tied. The price will be tied into Game Pass. And so, if you guys don't know what Game Pass is, or people who are watching, Game Pass is like Netflix for games. Literally, like there's 100 something games right now. So when you pay for Game Pass, there's just a bunch of games, and you just scroll through, pick whatever, and play. Well, their Project X Cloud is their cloud-based service. So the cool thing is you're going to be able to just buy your games regular. If you want to buy a disc, and if you want to throw it in your system, if you want to buy it digitally, you can. If you want to go on your Game Pass account and just pick any of the games there is to play, just like if you went on Netflix, oh, what movie should we watch tonight? And pick something. But on top of that, their cloud streaming service is actually included. So you could just say, all right, well, I'm going to just pick a game from Game Pass and then stream it wherever or whatever. So I think that's pretty cool, especially because it's still $15.99 a month. That almost made me think like, dang, man, Xbox, because Game Pass is really like Game Pass as far as gaming is going. Without the Project X Cloud, Game Pass is an awesome deal for $14.99, and you just get a bunch of movies. I mean,
for the year.
Yeah, I mean, and then every month they add new games. So imagine it's like Netflix. Like when Netflix just added the Old Guard, yo, that's a great movie if y'all didn't see it yet. That movie.
That was a good movie.
So then imagine if you're a gamer, right? No, it's really good. So imagine if you're a gamer and then next month they add a couple more games to play, and you're already paying $15.99, so they're just playing whenever. I think that's a big win. For Microsoft, that looks pretty good. But you could also tie it into Microsoft is going to get rid of paying for the whole system, paying for a 12-month period for Xbox Gold, and I think that's probably because they're adding xCloud. So you're probably getting too much of a deal if you could just pay for 12 months. So, but I want to throw that in there. I don't know if you guys got any thoughts or if you got any input.
I mean,
you're right. That does sound cool. My only thing with Xbox is like my whole thing is like if there's no like exclusive games on the Xbox, it makes me want to buy it. So like as cool as that sounds,
right?
It's just it's not worth it to me if there's not something I can only play on that system.
And let
That's
me add in there for any Xbox fans. The coolest thing that I didn't mention is if you pay $15.99 a month, any Xbox exclusive games is included. So like when I did a Game Pass for a few months and Gears of War came out, I didn't have to pay for Gears of War. Plus I got it 5 days early. So I was literally able to play Gears of War 5 days early and not pay for it. It was included in Game Pass. Again, Sony obviously have more exclusive hits that make more money. So I don't think Sony would want to lose money. But just imagine if, let's just speak in Sony terms. Imagine if there was a thing for $14.99 and The Last of Us 2 was included. I'd have been like, what? And you get it 5 days early than everybody who don't have it. That is pretty cool. If you're an Xbox player, there's some pretty cool, exciting news. No, here's the cool thing. So $14.99 is Xbox Gold. It's Game Pass, and now it includes Project X Cloud. You get everything for $14.99 a month. Yes, that's what I said. Yep. Yeah, I don't know much about that, but well, here's the thing that's smart about that. They're already shooting themselves in the foot by allowing people to keep playing the older games. So they might as well discontinue it. At least if you don't got an Xbox X now, you need to get the Series X because yeah. But yeah, I just want to throw that in there. I thought it was cool news as far as gaming. Like I like to give credit where credit is due, and that's pretty cool. I'm not an Xbox guy at all, but I will say, dude, listen. If I was an Xbox guy, I'd be the happiest dude because they just give you everything you could think of for $14.99.
So hold up, my audio broke up there a little bit. So for that $14.99, you essentially get access to everything that they put in their library, and they would. Does it rotate out like stuff like argument 6 8 would that rotate out of their
No, that's the cool thing. They keep it's like Netflix. They keep adding on it.
Well, Netflix rotates stuff out though.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's not. But a typical rotation, you would think they would get rid of a lot of stuff. They don't like. there's like a few games, like I'm trying to think what's the recent game that it was a game that recently got dropped off. Same thing with PlayStation Now, but for the most part, the library is massive, you know.
But you know what? That would make sense. You know why? Because you'd be able to try a game and it'd be like, yo, I really like this game, and then when it rotates out, you go and buy it. So it's almost like what you do with the game fly.
Yeah.
It's almost like you can try out something.
Yeah.
Anybody else catch that? Because I did.
Yeah, he's pretty much saying with GameFly. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're renting your games because I do that. I GameFly game to see if I like it. If I like it, then I buy it. If I don't, it's going back. But that's
Makes sense.
Game Pass alone is $17.99 a month. The Xbox Xbox Game Pass Gold and Project X Cloud is $14.99. That's even trumping what I'm paying for with whatchamacallit. Like that's pretty cool.
Nope. I'm good.
All right. Steve.
Again, like when we had this earlier, a couple of days ago, if they tell you to wear a shirt inside a store, you will go put a shirt on. If they tell you to put shoes on, don't come in the store barefooted. Guess what? You're gonna put some shoes on your feet.
Yep.
So why are y'all having a pissy fit when they tell you to put a mask on?
Mm.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm not sending my daughter back. I don't care.
So
If I have a I'm not. I don't feel safe.
I already started telling you this thing. So we had our I guess shareholders meeting on Monday, and they've already said we are opening. It'll be slightly delayed. Instead of it being August 7th, it'll be August 17th. But at the same time, they're watching the data because my camera's not on. You can't see my air quotes, but they are watching the data to determine after that August 17th opening of whether we will continue online instructional for the foreseeable future, or if we will start trying to do staggered learning in the building, which is like, okay, maybe you go to school for 3 days, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but Tuesday and Thursday you at home, and the days are slightly shorter. So instead of you being there from 8 in the morning till 4, you're there from 8 in the morning till maybe 1 o'clock.
Right. So just so you guys know, the people who are watching this for the first time and don't know us all, True, who just said that, he lives in Georgia. So just so they could see the transparency of where you live at. I don't know what's going on with my daughter. She's in regular high school. She's gonna be going to high school for the first time. She'll be a freshman. But my wife's daughter goes to the BCIT, Burlington Institute of Technology, and they're actually doing what you're saying, True. So they actually are going to do the you go to school a couple days, and then you have a couple days during the week where you don't go to school. You do in school, in home learning.
Yeah, well, in my district, it's still subjected to change depending on the data. But the main reason they came to this conclusion is one, because of the president, and two, because of community surveys for the district I work in. Because again, as I told Justin, we are a Title I school, meaning all the kids in my school, their parents don't make enough money for them to be able to eat consistently. So they get free food for breakfast and lunch.
Right.
So that's another reason our community's like, we got to get these kids in school because some of them are probably starving if they're not getting food from a food bank.
It makes sense, though. I mean, I know it's easy to hate the president, but I guess at the end of the day, it's like if you're not going to be. I mean, I guess the good thing is we see that school was able to function from working from home. But what my kids told me, my daughter told me was the work she did at home was more like busy work. She had more work to do, but it wasn't hard. So I made the joke that man, the kids when they go back to school, they're gonna be dumb as hell because I feel like they're not really learning; they're just doing busy work. So what they're not being taught.
I agree with that, and it's more hurtful for my area since I work with special needs. Their schedule got hell all the way up.
I agree. Is it going to be safe? Is it going to be safe?
Right. Yeah, but not for nothing, not to be the bearer of bad news, but I once went on record saying this thing was gonna end by the end of April. Now I'm all the way on the other side where, dude, I don't know when it's gonna end. So what? Nobody's gonna work. The kids just
Oh my
gonna
God, he
work. Like at the end of the day, I know, but yeah, so, right. No, I get what you're saying. I'm just saying that at the end of the day, it's like at some point this kind of sucks, but the wheels kind of gotta still go on, even for the children. I mean, it's so crazy. This thing is so crazy. You send your kids to school, they could get it, come home, somebody dies. But if you don't send your kids to school, your kids gonna be dumb as hell. They ain't even. If this do, we finally get a vaccine, and kids trying to go to college, like they academically, they're gonna be like they're gonna suffer. Like, what do you do?
Yes, yes, yes and no.
Then my kid be dead.
Well, yeah. Well, your kid probably won't die, but they
But at the
ground.
same time, I find fault with that statement because that leads back to another key problem of everyone's relying too heavily on the teachers to teach your kids shit. You got your kids at home, do something educational with them.
I mean, well, if I didn't go to school as long as you did to become a teacher, don't put it in my hand. Yeah, that's not fair. Yeah, I don't want to disagree. Yeah, you
There's
try
no
having
right
kids.
answer to this question. There isn't one because it's like it's a cat. Let's say it's a catch-22. Do you send them in, let them learn, and possibly die, or do you keep them home and let them be dumb? And while most people will want to keep their kids home so they don't die, it is going to stunt their growth.
No, because here's the funny thing. Here's the funny thing. No,
Right.
no, because
Yeah, Damien. Right. Well, what? Yeah, but I want to hear what True was about to say. What was you gonna say, True?
But now, Justin, it's like I was telling you on Wednesday, they sent us the printout of everything from the public surveys and the data that they've been collecting. And of the three different groups, of the three different statistics among teachers, parents, and students, the main people talking about they ready to go back and ready to send their peoples back, even though a couple of them are unsure or gung ho in the full. I can 100% get behind this. You got like 75% of the parents in my district saying, yes, I'm ready to send my kid back to school. No, but at the same time, they're saying, no, I'm not sure about the safety of it. Whereas you got all the kids, whether they care about the safety of it or not, saying, yeah, I'm ready to go back. And I'm not talking,
Kids are sick of looking at their parents' faces. That's my brother just nodded at me like that was true. Like they're ready to get the hell out the house.
But the percentage of the kids is not low. It's not like some 50, 60%. No, it was 98% of the student body is like, yes, we ready to get the fuck back in school. We don't care about how safe it is. We just want to go. Whereas you got the teachers ranging from 55 to 45% talking about, yes, I'm ready to go, but I need to be safe. These are true.
That's the biggest issue right there.
See,
Yeah.
I'm finally home, so I can speak on it. See, here's the problem. What the hell? Okay. See, here's the problem. We won COVID. Nope, there is no cure for it. There'll never be a cure for it. There probably won't be a vaccine. The antibody is short-lived. Why? Because the virus is rooted in the cold virus, the common cold. That's the root of this virus. There's no cure for the common cold. As long as medicine has been around, they've been searching for it, there is no cure. They even found that the antibodies, because they did the antibody testing on us, the antibodies are short-lived. So you can't build a vaccine for something where the antibodies don't stay in your system to fight that specific virus for too long. It just doesn't happen. So on top of that, here's another layer. On top of that, they're finding out all these different symptoms that are associated with the coronavirus. So as soon as they get one thing sorted out and say, okay, these are the symptoms, and then all of a sudden, here's another one. Oh, and here's another one. Oh, and here's another layer. Now they have the coronavirus. Okay, it's not just killing those with, some sort of comorbidity, but it's killing these young people who, with another layer of the problem, is that they think they're invincible. That, because of the early stages of the coronavirus, it was the young ones that were asymptomatic, and they were passing it on to the extremely elderly, the ones that were extremely vulnerable, and they were the ones dying, so it doesn't affect me. Now, the ones that are dying are between the ages of 17 and 25. Yep. Those are the ones who are dying now from this virus, where previously they were just asymptomatic, passing it along to everybody. Now, the problem with opening schools up is you just don't know who's symptomatic. You don't know who's susceptible to it. You want to open it up, but you got to be safe. Unfortunately, it's going to be the new norm. It's going to be the new norm about masks, and I feel that. But, people complain, all right, and it's not against you, Justin, anything, but you think about China. China's been walking around with masks for decades.
10 years, past 10-something years.
I've been walking around with a mask at work, 12 hours a day for the last few months. And yeah, I get a headache because it's fucking hard to breathe in them damn things. But I'm not sick. You got to weigh those. You got to weigh the alternative. What's more important? You can open up the schools, you can open up the economy, you can open up everything and send people back. But if you wipe out half the population, what's the point? You got no more customers. There's no more need for schools if all the kids are dead. All of a sudden this you had 17 districts, and now you only got enough kids left and families left to, go down to 3. We don't need 17 districts of teachers and administrators. So that adds another layer onto it. I mean,
but unfortunately, at this point, the school districts basically got a gun held to their head by the president saying, "Yo, open."
Well, that's the problem. People are like, you got to open if it doesn't affect them. That's the problem. It doesn't affect me, so we got to do this. But it's not your kid that is at risk of dying. It's not you that's at risk of dying. You got all of these peoples that want, you open a school. You need to open up the schools. All right. Are you sending your grandchild to school? Oh, no. We got to tutor them. We homeschooling them. No. But my district is open. So you don't have a vested interest in it. It's all political for you. It's all about making money. It's not about safety. And that's the problem. It's where is the balance?
And bump that Secretary of Education.
Yeah. I think also with the politics part, it still is tricky because at the end of the day, we still have to work to make money. Even the regular people, the jobs, the people who pay people. Like at the end of the day, we're a hamster wheel. That wheel got to be spun. So I get it that we want to save lives, but then should John be the only people going to work? And true, or not even true, because we're saying kids shouldn't go to school. So is John the only person at work and the rest of the company? Yeah. Like people got mad at me when I got unemployment, but my job wasn't essential. Well, they let me go. They kept going. So it's like, what are we gonna do? I mean, America likes money too much to shut everything down. So it's just we're not gonna do what other countries did. That's America. That's So to John's point, which is sad, and it's the hard truth. This is gonna be going on for a while. We're gonna be wearing masks for a very long time, and we're just gonna have to suck it up. And people, unfortunately, is gonna die. But I don't see us backing down enough in order for this to really, go down.
Well, you got to understand too. In America, Americans as American people, we are so damn entitled. Where the government can sit there and say, you need to have a mask on. And I go, no, it's my right to not have a mask on.
Right.
If I want to die, I want to die. If I get sick, I get sick.
Right.
There is no corona. Yeah, but didn't your mom just die from it?
I agree.
Because it's infringing upon
because
their
it got
right.
turned into a political statement at some point, and I don't know when or how.
That is true.
That makes no sense. Because have you realized the only people really complain about it are the people who feel like it's infringing on their privilege?
I mean, technically it is, if you look at it.
Entitlement.
Right. Like John is right. That's true.
Yeah.
No, but it's not written in the law that you have to have a mask on,
Actually, yeah, it is.
Depends on where you are, actually.
Wait, don't say that. You know how many? Look it up. How many police departments? They said that they're not gonna, even New York, that they're not gonna spend time to stop people and tell them to put a mask on. There's so many police departments that they're cutting funding because the police said that we don't want to be policing people to put masks on. Yeah, but I'm talking about now.
And then they put out a bill to wear a mask.
Here's the problem. Why don't the police want to stop people? Why don't they want to pick them up? Because they're afraid of catching corona themselves.
They're afraid of catching corona.
I was talking to a cop when I went to go pick Ben up yesterday. He's a cop in Monmouth County. He was like, "Yo, we don't stop people anymore. We stopped it." He says because we don't know. It's just not worth the risk.
Right.
That I'll get this person out. They might wind up in a struggle, and all of a sudden they find that they're corona positive over a traffic stop or a blown stoplight or a tail light. Normally you get stopped and you get a ticket. They just don't want that risk. So to sit there and say, "Oh, I'm gonna stop you and talk to you because you don't got a mask on," what if you decide to because people again feel that they're entitled? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna spit in your face. I'm gonna cough on you. They don't want that, and I agree with them.
I agree.
It's again,
regardless of any of that, if you go inside of a store, you're technically entering not a governmentally owned building, so they set the rules inside their store. And if they require you to have a mask on, they have the right to kick you out if you don't have a mask on.
I agree with you 150%.
So yeah, go ahead, walk outside without a mask on for all you care. You cannot complain if you walk into a place of business and they tell you to put a mask on because that is their rules, and you can't. If you don't follow those rules, they have the right to kick you out.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's like if I walk in your house, my carpet's clean. I don't want your shoes on my carpet. You gotta take your shoes off. I'm gonna come in anyway. Nah, nigga, you get out. Get out. Goodbye.
Right.
That's my house, my establishment.
That's the thing. A lot of people are, for whatever reason, choosing to ignore the difference between public and private property. Sure, you can go to the park and not have a mask on all you want, and no one can kick you out.
There's nothing stopping you from doing that. Well, stop, because all the mask rules I remember were for if you enter a place of business. That's what I remember.
Entitlement.
Yeah. There's no reason there's nothing stopping you from wearing one, nothing stopping you from
Right, yeah, because right, right.
I'm done with this.
Have you heard?
I was called a little extreme for this. Somebody said I was a little too extreme for this comment, but I said it before. Look, them be the same people that walk around with AIDS or HIV, know they have it, and still pass it to the next people. Yes.
I agree. Yeah, I don't see
What were you about to say? True, were you saying something? I thought I heard you saying something.
I was about to say, that's almost as crazy as the people who are going around being upset at other people for telling them to get the fuck away from me if you ain't got a mask on. Oh, I just wanted to visit you and your kids, bitch. You ain't got a mask on, get the fuck on. Like they're getting mad at people for that because people are actually starting to draw their lines in the sand. If you ain't got a mask, don't associate with me. You can give me a phone call. You ain't got to come over and visit.
Yeah. The fact that we all the COVID is worldwide, I don't understand why people still have a so if I was gonna stop by and see Justin and I knock on his door and I don't have a mask on, why would I be mad if he say, bro, because you go to your car, get a mask or whatever, you don't have one, then you can't come in? I don't understand. The people who get mad about that is so strange,
And back to what Peter saying.
How you getting mad at me for how I feel about this situation? You can't get mad at me about that. If you ain't thinking about my well, it could be me. I know I'm fine, but then I still got to think about my daughter. I got to think about my dad. There's other people that might be in this house. So I would at least like for you to have the decency to think about them.
It double back to that entitlement, dog. Because people are like, I'm special. I'm that 1 in a million. I ain't got it, so you ain't even got to worry about it. Why are you stressing?
Not realizing they could get it and give it to the people when they go home.
Mm-hmm.
Side question, real quick. What do y'all think about these people that be having COVID parties that specifically have parties to see who can catch it first?
Fuck those dumbasses. Fuck those dumbasses.
I still think they're dumb. And those are the kids that's from 17 to 25 that are catching the ones that's doing them parties.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah. So I'm about to say, yeah. So also say chicken pox mentality is like, with chicken pox, though, if you got it, you wouldn't get it again. COVID's not like that. I'm pretty sure, remember, I believe you can catch it again if you've had it before and live.
Has that been proven?
Yes.
Right.
But I was about to say, Kayla Braxton in WWE said she got it twice.
Yeah.
That's because you don't know the rate of mutation for it.
Yes.
And shingles can kill you.
Who in WWE had it twice?
Can fuck you up.
But yeah,
So
you can
it?
get reinfected with corona
WWE
even
had it
after
twice?
you've had it.
Kayla Braxton, one of the backstage interviewers.
Okay, gotcha.
AOB.
She announced on Twitter she got it twice.
Yeah, you
Is
can.
that due to the rate of mutation that is still being hard to track?
It's not even about mutation because you can get infected with the same one. That's why they're having a hard time tracking the antibodies. Because people are infected, recover, and then get reinfected. I mean, you can search it on the internet. There's tons of people that have recovered from the coronavirus, were hospitalized, go back to work, go do whatever, and then 4 months later they're infected again.
Well,
they're
let me
dealing
ask
with
you
it
this.
again.
Is it something? I mean, I don't know if you know this data or not, though. Is it something where that anybody who get it can get it again, or is this like a weird thing where certain people can get it again, or do we not know that?
They don't know.
Okay. Yeah, that's crazy.
They do know that some people have gotten it, recovered, got it again. There are some people that have gotten it and are completely asymptomatic, no symptoms, and just recovered. There's some that are symptomatic and have had it, that are mildly symptomatic and recover, and there's those that have had it that are completely symptomatic or borderline death. Some have died, some have been fine.
So it's just all over the place.
It's all out. There's no rhyme or reason to it.
Right.
We've had patients where they're super athletic, and they're dead. Yep. Well, it's not even about the stronger your immune system is. You've had people that are diabetics, obese, got this problem, that problem, this problem, that problem, recover after some time. Then you got somebody that was never sick a day in their life, peak of health, gym rat, everything, dead. There's no rhyme or reason. Young, old, black, white,
Yeah, but
Hispanic, you name it. It's all of them.
yeah, but the thing is, though, right? I thought so because the deaths of COVID patients is one thing. I feel like is the least amount talked about thing of this whole thing, right? So, like, my understanding is not like I'm gonna be healthy, catch COVID, and drop dead. I thought COVID has to mess up something that I already had, right, in order for me to die.
Nope. Because there was a news report here there was a case of a dude who caught the flu, the regular flu, influenza, and because he got the flu, he caught COVID and it killed him.
Yeah, but what
Here's the
killed him?
problem.
But what killed him? Not COVID, the flu, right?
No,
COVID?
it was a combination of COVID and the flu. The flu weakens his immune system enough that he got infected with COVID, and COVID fucked his shit up, and he died.
So what I'm saying is the athlete and health guy. What kills him? How does COVID doesn't?
This is how COVID kills you. because it has so many different symptoms and so many different problems that it causes a systemic problem. Our bodies are in a very delicate balance. If you can affect something as simple as the breathing process, you no longer, your heart can't function the way it's supposed to. You don't have the oxygen exchange that you're supposed to. You're not metabolizing, so it taxes your kidneys, your liver, your pancreas. All of a sudden, all of those body systems are being overloaded. And now the heart is being overloaded. And now the lungs are being overloaded. And now the lungs have scar tissue, so your lungs have to heal. So you got to take the burden off the system. It's like you have it's like having a high performance engine that's supposed to have 93 octane in it, and you put the wrong type of gas in there,
right,
or throw sugar in the tank. That's all it takes. That engine, those pistons don't work. That one piston will blow your whole engine. It's the same thing with your body. It just causes so many different problems that they don't know. And that's
basically
like people that it's attributed. It's a corona death, but it's a problem that corona created, that their death is being attributed to it.
So basically, it's like a chain reaction of shit going wrong because of like a domino effect of one thing,
Correct.
like one thing leads to another, leads to another, leads to another.
It causes a cascade effect.
Yeah, so basically it's like your fuse box in your house just flipping switches because you're overloaded shit.
Yeah.
Hey, as you're saying that though, let me just throw this in there. About the numbers. We live in New Jersey. Should give ourselves a little bit of hand because the New Jersey numbers are down a lot. So
That's because Jersey banning motherfuckers from coming in if they don't quarantine for 2 weeks.
But yeah. I mean, we did a lot, and I feel like we had it rough in the beginning, but we got to give it credit though. But the numbers are down really low. Like it's like less than 500 a day. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if y'all was paying attention to that.
Yeah, I was paying attention to that. It said I had posted something on Facebook talking about Governor Murphy said that we have actually dropped down to one of the top 5 in the United States that is under control.
Yeah, like we only had like 230 cases the other day. When I checked yesterday, and it was like 236 or something like that the day before. That's pretty good. Like our numbers are pretty good.
Like at my hospital, there's literally nobody. Well, the last email I got when I worked, which was Friday, because the email doesn't come in on the weekends, there were no patients that were inpatient COVID positive, or any person that was under suspicion. And regional had like some sort of single digit number. I forget, it was like 7 or 8. You know, don't quote me on it, but it was like a single digit number, and we hadn't had any inpatients that had died from it.
Yeah, I wanted to bring it up because one person who watched the show, they commented, it was like, man, that show is kind of like doom and gloom. I was like, well, we just giving the actual stuff, but I mean, we touch on it ain't all, but I just want to say that I can't speak for every state, but and not all of us live in New Jersey, but I just want to say that I recently looked and New Jersey is doing really good. Not that we're out of the woods, but we are doing really good. Like Mike said, we're in the top 5. So I just wanted to put that out there. Yeah.
Rumor. You said rumor is don't get your hopes up.
All right. Let them use it. Let them use it.
Yeah, put the money back in my bank.
I don't see that happen either.
Who is for
Look,
it?
shut your mouth. Hold up, shut your mouth now. Let a boy dream.
Listen, bro, I'm gonna tell you for real. We just had our one of our bathrooms redone. It was supposed to just be the floor getting done. It was supposed to be $1,000. It turned to $3,000. We had to gut the whole bathroom. So I don't mind getting a little extra something after spending that $3,000. What you say? Yeah, right.
Shit, by saying shit, we get 6,000. I don't got to worry about being broke when the PS5 come out.
Yeah, I'll buy it on
They can't get that shit.
But so Justin, what was your question? That how much we each think we might get, because you said
Dog.
now what about the people who are still working? You know what? I guess that's kind of fair because you figure the people who are still working will get it too.
Risking their lives. Yeah.
Much work. So, 'cause I was gonna say it'd be unfair for the people who are still working, but I feel like, hey, you're able to make more money than me because you're able to get your paycheck and you're able to get the same UBI. Let's go.
I just wanted to come in and say hi, and I love you guys real quick.
What's up, Reed?
That's so sweet.
Because I'm trying to make some money and streaming stuff, you know. But whose arm was that?
JB.
Oh, okay. I was like, I just saw.
You know him. He gotta be a straight creep when he's on these. Just popping in the frame when he wants to.
But I've been lurking, but I wanted to come say hi real quick.
All right, nerd girl.
All right, lady.
I love you guys.
Love you too.
We love you.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah,
crazy.
I think 2,000. So when you I thought the first question was gonna be how much you think the stimulus should be, and I was gonna say $2,000. We got 1,200 before. I think $2,000 is not going crazy. I'm being realistic, but $2,000 would have been a nice. But if we got $2,000 a month, I think that would be good for the American. You know, some people could. You know, $2,000. I think it would be fair a month. You know, and on top of that, you can still work if you want it, or if you were working. Let me say it that way.
Yeah.
But that's my take.
Hold on. Can I jump back for one quick second?
Sure.
Y'all do know that Trump pulled all the hospitals records from the CDC to go straight to his department, right?
Yes. But that's a conversation for another day, honestly. In my opinion.
He what?
The Trump administration ordered hospitals to bypass center for
And they're not allowed to send it to the CDC.
Oh.
They want.
Basically, they control the narrative, so how good or bad it goes is all on them.
It's a political push. He's trying to hide numbers to make things look good, so that way his popularity could rise back up. Oh, Trump is doing a good thing, blah this, blah this, and reopen everything, and then boom, people just fall back flat. That's what's going to happen.
What do you mean gonna happen? That is what's happening. They are literally starting to shut shit back down where I am. We are back to drive-through onlys in Georgia, in most places.
And therein lies the problem. You got a moron running the country. You got a businessman running the country. Trump is extremely good for business. He's not a people person. He's made a fortune off of making others miserable. All of his companies wind up restructuring the debt. They go into bankruptcy court, and now all those thousands upon thousands of people that had their pensions saved up a year away from retirement, months away from retirement, now their pension's gone. But he's still rich. All of his backers are still rich, but all the employees are all screwed. Every single one of them. And that's the way he operates. That's what he's done. And that's what he's done with the country. He's run the country the same exact way as a business. You know, he's great again for business. He's got a keen business mind. It's got nothing to do with us. We're not business people. We're the workers.
So Jay.
Yeah.
They're showing money.
Pretty much. But
You ain't never lied.
Here's how bad it is, Jay. Because my friend had me sit down and think about it. Because after we talked about Andrew Yang, had someone done what Andrew Yang did, say 18 years ago, and just started giving Americans $1,000 to improve their cost of living, do you know how many kids could afford to go to college right now? Dog. Saving that up. If their parents did the right thing and saved that money up for 18 years, their kids could graduate high school with $216,000.
I wouldn't be in debt. I went to college for one semester and I'm in debt.
And here's the problem. America, the capitalist society that they are, they want to keep the rich rich, the middle class, and keep the poor poor. That's how they maintain control. Why do you think there's the popular vote and the electoral vote? Why should a state that has 1/5 the control of 1/5 the population of another state have more electoral votes and have more weight and more say in the Senate and as to who the president is than any other state? See, if they divvied it up the way it's supposed to be and either left it at the popular vote or changed up the electoral vote so that they're equal based upon the population, there's no way the Republicans could win.
So wait, B, are you telling me the Secretary of Education lied and she doesn't care about our people?
Man, look. I'm gonna tell you right here, none of them. I don't care if Democratic Party, I don't care if it's Republican Party. These dudes don't care about
politicians.
us. None of them care about us. All they care about is getting reelected, and that's it.
Dude,
they'll say whatever to do whatever to get reelected, and I'm all for it. Hey, go ahead, Trump. Give me some money. Line my pockets. That don't mean I'm gonna like you as a person,
right?
You know, that don't mean that. But give me the money. I'm not gonna say no to it. See, but the problem is that they don't want to reward those people that are living off of it and abusing the system.
Right.
Because you got a whole bunch of people that are like, man, and I'm not knocking you, Tony, but there was a whole bunch of people that were like, it's more profitable for me to be home than to go to work. And like, we're sitting there and you can make as much money as me as I'm working. And oh, wait, no, here's another $1,200 every 2 weeks.
Oh, no, they were making more than most people who are working.
Yeah. Oh, they were making more money than me. I can tell you that much. See,
yeah. Well, here's the thing. Let me jump in there real quick since it actually happened to me. So one thing, so it depends, right? So one thing, I got let go and they told me I had no more job, right? But if you got let go in it like a furlough, they say, hey, we are gonna call you back. The government said if you get called back, you have to go back, because if they find out you didn't go back and got a call, they're gonna take the money and they're gonna owe them. But for me, I got let go with no job. So if you guys already saying don't send your kids to school, don't do this, the only jobs that was readily available was Amazon and Walmart. So for me, it's like, why would I go apply for another job if the government's like, listen, we understand you got let go due to COVID. We're going to give you extra money to keep you afloat to we figure out things with COVID. So me, when I got a call back, they said, hey, listen, we would like you to come back. It's a different position. We can't bring you back on what you used to work for, but would you like to at least come to work and see what we want? Obviously, I said, yeah. I could have been like, no, because technically they didn't furlough me. I didn't have to go back because, I could have been like, no, I'm afraid of COVID, whatever, and still collect it. But
that's not what Justin's talking about. Justin's talking about they were mad because she called them back, so they had to go back.
Yeah, they had to. Yes, they had to go.
Yeah, and that's what the problem with the legislature is, there was with the CARES Act, there was a whole bunch of people, whole bunch of companies, even hospitals that got millions and hundreds of millions of dollars in funding and grants from the government, and then laid off all the workers, furloughed the workers, but paid their top executives millions of dollars in bonuses.
Yeah.
Or you had the small company that applied for the loan, got the grant, got the money, and then still furloughed their employees. Nope, we can't. Sorry, we don't got enough money. But the owner of the company sat there and sitting on their boat just fishing. See, so that's the problem. They're trying to find a happy medium where those people like that wind up penalized, and they don't wind up profiting from a system that's set up to help those that are underprivileged. That me personally, although it sucks for me that I have to go to work and work under those conditions, I feel for those people because I know what it is to have to struggle and sit there and go, shit, where's my next, how am I going to pay this bill?
Yeah.
Because then you got to turn around and look at your kids when the shit get cut off.
Yeah,
and they're looking at you like, that's your responsibility, Mom. That's your responsibility, Dad. What you doing? And I feel for those people.
If you live check to check, man, it's no joke,
No, I've been there. So I'm grateful for it.
Stimulus. They looking for that check.
Right. And then there's people that actually need it to keep the damn lights on, to keep the food on. But you got those people that'll sit there and take it, and I need to get my hair did. I need to get my nails did. I need to do this. I need to do that. Or I want to do this. But later for your kids and later for what you're supposed to do and what you're supposed to be doing. And that's the problem. The Republicans are like, we don't want to reward bad behavior or lazy people. Whereas the Democratic Party is like, well, there are people that are in need. And where do you draw the line?
That's
and
hard,
how do you sort those people out?
And that's why there's some people mad about the fact that they're doing this second supposed round of stimulus checks off of, do you make more or under $40,000 a year?
Yeah, and see, but here's the thing. If you think about what industries were affected by COVID, there are people that most people that make under $40,000 a year working in a hospital. They're working at the food service. They're the ones not affected by that. So you're limited to people that make under $40,000 a year. The vast majority of the industries that were shut down were people making $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a year that are now just shut down. Now they're not going to get anything. They're not going to get any stimulus. They're not going to get any help.
No.
Why? But those people, their expenses are different than yours or mine. Right. I live within my means, so I can only afford X, Y, and Z because of my salary. Those people making $70,000, $80,000, they lived according to their means, right. And now you're telling them because I went for this and I went this and I got this job and now the industry is shut down or limited, I can't make that type of money. Not only that, but you're only going to pay those people who make under that bracket? Like, really?
The article I was reading didn't say they weren't going to give them anything. It's just they were going to taper off. I think it was like 5%, depending on how much above the 40,000 they were. So
Yeah,
but they still didn't put any numbers down, so I couldn't actually do the math and be like, okay, so they're gonna give say 12,000, and because you make 10, 20,000 above the 40, they take 100, 200. So now you're only getting $1,000 check. They didn't give those numbers, so I couldn't do that math.
Yeah. See, but again, those people that are making under $40,000 a year, if they were already not working, they were already making more money on unemployment. There is no incentive for them to go back to work because you're going to provide them even more money than they had before, and now they're not working. And now, make matters worse, here's the other end of that. Now they don't want to go back to work, and now you got those people that were making $70,000, $80,000 a year. Now they're applying for the jobs that those people that were making less. And now they're applying, and then I'm sorry, we can't give you the money that you really want because you're overqualified. Sorry. And so it's perpetuating a problem. So where do you draw the line?
I get that, B, but
you know what I mean?
Time, you gotta remember, unemployment is a ticking time bomb. It has a cutoff.
Yeah, it's gonna blow.
So unless those people are doing smart shit with their money, like, oh, they're paying me more than I would make it, that normal amount of money that I would normally spend, let me spend it and save the rest. Unless they're making those choices, they still gonna be in the shithole when it's over.
Well, and that's where I feel bad for those people. You know. As far as a stimulus check, one time or recurring? One shot? I think that would help a lot of people. Maybe $4 grand, $4 or $5 grand would get people over, get a lot of bills, a lot of rent paid that's already back because people can't pay it. I think that'd be good. And you're giving the option to people to go on vacation or pay your bills so that you have a home to come back to. The ones that are concerned about their family are going to take that money and put it where it needs to be.
I got to co-sign B on this one. I say 4, maybe 5 would be good. That way they could at least get maybe the rest of the year as far as rent and a couple of bills taken care of, and still have some left over for groceries.
Especially if it's only going to be like a one more time payment for this, I'm feeling 5,000. Just so we can make it to the end of the year if things aren't better by then.
$2,400, because that's what they're going to give y'all.
You know, you laughing now, but if he ends up being right, you're gonna be looking at him like, how the fuck you know that? I got the inside scoop.
It's ego. It's all about ego.
If it had to be unrealistic one-shot number, because I don't see us getting more than 2, I think.
Oh, we're probably not getting more than 1,200 yet. Let's be honest.
You know. I think $4 grand would be a nice gesture. not even Dayquil, echinacea will be better because echinacea will prevent you from getting the cold. So give you echinacea.
You know what? I'll keep it 100 with you. I'll keep it 100 with you. I don't even care if I get COVID.
Okay.
I just don't want to die.
Right.
You just stop me from dying from it. That's all I care about. You know, because you can't stop from getting a common cold. We're going to get sick. unless you're Mike, you're sick constantly because you got a 4th grade immune system or 5th grade. I'm sorry, 5th grade.
No, you're right. Fourth grade.
My man don't go outside at all, huh? Shit.
Nah.
Oh,
It's that wooden leg you got. It's the wooden leg you got.
Oh my gosh.
Fuck you, Beavis.
But I'm telling you, I got a question for you. Did y'all hear about the Heroes Act? The Heroes Fund? Well, the Heroes Fund is specifically for the essential workers. Sort of say, hey, you did a good job and thanks for risking your life, and I'm sorry for the ones that died. Like I think I posted it. Some country was giving the medical community a $9 billion increase to their, I don't know if it was Italy or Spain or somewhere overseas. If you check my Facebook page, it's on there.
You know what that sounds like? Research for another day. Just get it later.
Yeah. But, you know, I maybe that'll be the next topic. Well, next Sunday I'm working, so I won't be there.
we coming to the final 5 minutes.
What's going on, guys? You guys can find me on And Now Your Mama Knows YouTube channel. You can find me on Facebook at Anthony L. Lewis.
Nah, I mean you can find me anywhere. John B. Washington. You see my face up there. I'm on Instagram. Is it John Washington 212? I think that's what it is. That's what. Ooh, good Lord. Yeah, John Washington 212. You can find me on Instagram. Uh-oh.
Can I say something real quick? True, I gotta hook up with you because I'm thinking about buying a gaming laptop, so I'm gonna need your advice.
I think he's gone.
Okay, I'll inbox you.
All right.
You can find me, Michael Trammell, at Facebook, Marvel Wonders at Instagram. My Twitch, YouTube, and Snapchat is not fully where it needs to be right about now because I'm not really active on there yet. So, main places you can find me at Instagram and Facebook.
I finally do have not an Instagram, but Twitter I will plug because my other one is personal. You can catch me at static_nerd_, and I'll most likely just be tweeting a bunch of random BS from whatever catches my mind at the moment.
Yo, you know I'm on TwitchTV.com, TwitchTV/TrueSeriesW. My bad. Water the Deep Voice, just chilling with the bros gaming. Holla at me Monday through Friday. I usually just gotta check in.
Thank you for watching the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And now, your mama knows.